We all know that our chickens, they need good layer feed. But nobody told me that they also need a good supply of grit and calcium. Or they could stop laying. Their eggs could have soft shells and their health, it could just tank. So today, I'm gonna show you how to build a DIY grit and calcium feeder that costs basically nothing. And you can make it with stuff you already have on your homestead. All right, quick breakdown, just so you know why we're doing this. First up, our grit. So chickens obviously don't have teeth, right? Well, the grit is gonna act like their teeth. So what this grit is gonna do, it's gonna go down into their gizzard and literally grind up the food for them. If they don't get any kind of grit, then the chickens can get crooked digestion, poor nutrient absorption, and it can even stop egg production. Second is calcium. Now I use pure calcium, but you can use eggshells. You can use oyster shells, are a very good calcium source for chickens. Anything that has a good source of calcium, you want to give that to your chickens. Chickens need calcium to be able to lay nice, hearty eggs. If they don't get enough calcium, you can get very thin shells, soft shells, or again, they could just stop laying completely. And on top of that, their bones can suffer because their body will literally pull calcium from their own skeleton just to make an egg. With all that said, let's go make our DIY calcium and grit feeder for our lovely ladies here. Ain't that right, girl? Let's do it. All right, real quick, here's the game plan. Let me show you exactly what we're using. We are gonna make a grit feeder out of this bottle here. Gonna cut a hole in this bottle, and that's where our grit's gonna go, pour down. Chickens are gonna be able to stick their head through that hole, eat their grit up nicely. I already got a bowl for the calcium. They'll spill it on the ground or they'll eat from the bowl. So we're just gonna make one today for grit. We already got the calcium, but I might redo that and do this trick for the calcium as well. But for today, we're just gonna build one. I mean, at the end of the day, you can do this for chicken feed, you could do this for calcium, grit, snacks, whatever you wanna use. This could be a feeder for anything. All-purpose DIY feeder for our lovely ladies. And the beautiful thing about this project and this little doohickey here is gonna keep everything dry, clean, and always available. No more dumping piles on the ground, no more wasted feed, and it'll keep the girls healthy and laying eggs like a champ, which is why I'm probably gonna do this with the calcium feeder as well later on. But for now, let's take this bottle, get it cut up, and make our DIY grit feeder. All right, so I went to go heat this knife up. Should cut through this bottle like butter, no problem. All right, there we go. We got our hole. We went about 2 inches wide, 2 inches high. That should be plenty enough room to stick their heads and beak in there. We went about 1 inch from the bottom. That way the bottom can fill up. We don't get any spillage or anything like that. Their head goes right inside and they peck on the grit, eat their grit. Now, I only got 3 chickens, so I'm only gonna do 1 hole in this bottle. That should be plenty enough. They shouldn't have to fight. I mean, they got grit on the ground and in the dirt as well. I probably don't necessarily need to do this myself. However, I did want to show you guys out there at home, if you're new to raising chickens, how important and impactful grit and calcium is for your chickens. And if you're tight on budget and you need a quick little feeder, this is a perfect DIY feeder. Everybody's got plastic bottles laying around their house. Go grab one. Cut a hole inside of it, fill it with your grit, calcium, feed, whatever have you, and you got a cheap, pretty much free chicken feeder for your ladies. One last thing to do to this bottle is to obviously take off the label. We're also gonna cut the top off here, that way we have a little bit bigger hole to be able to put our feed into for our sake. Now all we're gonna do is take some zip ties, metal wire, whatever you got that you can use to strap this onto your chicken run, walls, whatever have you. Remember, it doesn't gotta be perfect. We ain't Pinterest out here. We use what we got, the stuff off our land, utilize everything that doesn't go to waste, self-sufficient style. That's what we're talking about. I got some metal wires on my tool shelf inside. I'm gonna go grab those. Then we're gonna get this bottle hung up and get it filled for our ladies to enjoy. I got some metal wires, thingies, bendable. It's bendable, metal, wire type stuff. We're gonna use that to hook our bottle about right here somewhere. I think this is a perfect spot for it. Still out of the way. That way over here where my camera is, they got this room to still dust bath and stuff. And this area on this side is all their feed, water, all that good stuff. So we're gonna take our wires. We're gonna try and get this hooked up on this fence right here. Hey, your head's in my way. Your head's in my way. Yeah, you're on camera. Smile. You're on candid camera. Anyways, we're gonna take this wire. We're gonna get our bottle hung up right here. Let's do it. It's not food. It's not food. It's not food. Sorry. Let's get this hung up. All right, there we go. I don't know if you can see it, but we're up there. She's nice and tight. Huh? Pause. Pause. She's nice and sturdy and stable. Now all that's left to do is go get our grit, put it in here, and see how the girls like their new feeder. All right, so we got our grit right here. I went and just took a cup of grit from the bucket, and now we're gonna pour it into this bad boy. See how she does. We're checking it out. Look, she can get her head right inside there, no problem. Big enough that she's not gonna scratch her comb or anything like that. How you like it? I think she approves. Curious. Looking at everything. So now they shouldn't have to fight over this. I mean, they got plenty around. Look, like they got their calcium there, their water there. They got their feed here. Now they got some grit there. So they got everything they need. And I mean, they can forage all around this run. There's a lot of little bugs and grit itself. And grit is just literally rocks, honestly. This particular grit is high calcium grit. But at the end of the day, grit is just rocks. So if you got dirt in your run, you more than likely got little rocks. That's grit. They're gonna eat that. And I can't tell. One of these two is laying eggs. We got eggs already. I'll show you the egg in a moment. But the white one or her, one of them two, I haven't figured out which one yet. But the white one here was balking like crazy the other day. And then she just started balking like crazy yesterday. So one of these two is already laying eggs. So that's awesome. I'm gonna show you the egg here in a second. But these girls, they got everything they need. They are living the life up in here. For sure. But that's all there is to it. There's our DIY grit / calcium feeder. No spillage, no wasted food, nothing. $0 I had to spend today to make this bad boy other than buying that bottle of water from the other day, I guess. Girls have already been checking it out, exploring, eating some grit. I think it's a success. Here's the egg I was telling you about. I just pulled it out of the nesting box just a moment ago so I could show you. But this is probably the 4th egg that we have gotten so far from these ladies. Again, there's only one laying right now. And I don't know if it's the white one or that other brown one right there. It's one of those two that are laying right now. So not the biggest. She just started. Whoever's laying, she just started. This is our 4th egg. It looks like she's on a like 2 a day. So like egg one day, pause a day. Egg one day, pause a day. So today, we shouldn't get any eggs. Today is pause day for whoever's laying. But this is our 4th egg. I mean, it looks nice. It's not exactly white, but it's not brown, more of like a cream colored. But I tell you what, they taste good. I just wanted to show you that. We are getting our rent from these lovely ladies now. I'm excited. Eggs are tasty. And hopefully they get a little bit bigger. And hopefully the other 2 start laying pretty soon. And then we'll be getting 3 a day. And we'll be rocking and rolling. This setup works so well because the girls, they can self-regulate. Chickens are actually very smart about eating the minerals that they need. If they need grit, they eat it. If they need calcium, they eat it. It's like a little avian vending machine. Since it's mounted off the ground, it stays clean, it stays dry, and it stays out of the bedding. If you want to go really next level, you can also add a little roof over it just for extra precaution. So if y'all learned anything new today, if this helped you out at all, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Where's our mission here? To teach you out there how to utilize everything you got to become just a little bit more self-sufficient, and take back your freedom. So thank you all for tuning into the channel, and thank you all for watching another video here on Mundo's Homestead Adventures. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.